Alrighty then. So here is a really quick proof of concept that I wanted to test out. The basic idea is that we actually want to be able to shell into a container as like a developer doing something, whatever. And we want to be able to issue commands to the underlying Docker or whatever's running it to say like, save this container or do something else. And so this is just a first proof of concept. It's really quite hacky and it's in Python to do that. We have the script here, so save state. Arguably, it could take a command line argument to take the container name, but it's just a proof of concept, so I've hard-coded Ubuntu if you don't like Ubuntu tough. So let's run Python save state. Now we are in the container as, whoops, that's the wrong command. As you can see, there's our file system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch a file name. Let's call it pancakes. There we see we have pancakes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to issue this command, and notice how I'm giving it as a comment so I don't get like an invalid command sort of thing. And it's just going to be save. So let's save. And what you're seeing there very quickly, so I have Docker build kit enabled, which is why it looks like that in blue. But what you're basically seeing is that we are, the container that we're currently running in, which has some kind of identifier, we're actually committing that. What that does is that saves whatever new layer changes are on top of the old base container. And then what we actually do is we write that to a temporary Docker file, and then we do build with a flag called squash. So the squash flag is actually experimental, so you have to do a little change to your daemon configuration and then restart, but it's pretty trivial. So then we kind of clean up things as we go, and arguably we just saved. So we should be able to exit now, and let's do Docker images, grep Ubuntu. Ah, look at that. So now we have an Ubuntu saved, and arguably this could really have any sort of naming convention. I just chose save because it's simple. So let's do the ultimate test. Let's go into that container. So run interactive terminal. Let's remove it. Ubuntu saved. All right, folks. So the moment of truth is going to be if we see our pancakes. And indeed, we see our pancakes. So I think this is super cool because you can literally design any kind of interaction, like give me a joke. I don't know, what else could you do in a container? Tell me something interesting. Find me this metadata, whatever. You can imagine the possibilities are endless, but different ways that you as a developer would want to interact with your environment. And yes, I know not having the perfect Docker file and saving on the fly is not perfectly reproducible, but my opinions changed over the years, and I do think that while reproducibility is important, we do need still good developer tools that let us, for example, create working environments that we could perhaps save and then move elsewhere. So that is all I got. It's getting late and this dinosaur needs some sleep, so I will talk to you later. Let's exit.